Okay, so how do I get this from here to my Cartoon Animator project? How do I do that? You can always move these later if you need to. Now, if you double click on them, it does break them, separate them from the rest of the scene. I don't want to do that, but you can. That way you can, deal with just that particular component. Let's say if I wanted just a couch. So whatever I do to the couch, I can break the couch up. I can change colors. I can choose different colors here. If I want a brown couch instead, I can just go ahead and do that. Bada bing. Okay. You just take the sections. I just want this one, that part, and that part. So I go over here to the eyedropper tool. Click over here because I like that color, or even the legs if I wanted the color of the legs. I think I do. Wanted more of the color of the legs. And you can make your design any way you want to. Go ahead and click this guy right here. Make that brown and brown. Okay. That's pretty hideous, so I'm going to go ahead and undo that. Control Z, Control Z. And Control Z, Control Z, bring it all the way back. Okay, we go ahead and line this up. Now, the reason why it doesn't really matter too much how it looks, you just want to make sure you kind of get an idea of how it will look when you get it into Cartoon Animator. Go ahead and make that a little bigger. I can always make it bigger in Cartoon Animator too. Cartoon Animator also, excuse me. Make it bigger. Like this. Now, once we've gotten everything in here, in a decent size, then we go over here to the layers panel. I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy right here, the second layer. I'm going to go up here to the pancakes. I'll drop down and say, excuse me, let's get out of this mode. That's not going to work. Then click there, pancake mode. Go down here to release layers sequentially. Okay, so now you have separated everything. So each thing has its own layer. Okay, so now, whatever you don't need, let's just make sure we label them so we know what they are. Okay, but I'm not going to do that right now, but we could do that. Okay, now that we have all these separated out, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and bring it over in pieces. Go to Windows. I don't think it's up yet. Go to Windows. Down here where it says Asset Export. You want to go ahead and drag in each asset one at a time. If you don't know what it is, because I'm going to go ahead and call it Window. And you label them so you know what they are. I only really need one light. Ceiling light. Okay. Go with picture on the wall. Since it's two different color pictures, I can always change the color of the picture later. Let's go ahead with picture, wall picture. Okay. Bring over the table. Don't want to forget that. Also, want to make sure Grandpa has a place to sit. So we want to do this too. It's going to be a grandfather. Let's go table. Okay. This one. Click the first one. Shift click the last one, so make sure that all of them are selected. Make sure this blueberry is around all of them, okay, so that you have them all selected. That would help, huh? Okay, so then you go ahead and hit export. I'm going to go ahead to my downloads. Go ahead and create a folder. Grandpa's living room. Okay, cool. Go ahead, just go ahead and double click that one, open that on up. Okay, go back and select the folder. Select the folder. Bada bing, and it sends all 9 of these over there. Make that move. Oh yeah. Takes a couple of seconds. It may take a few minutes, depending on how many you have. I have 9. I've done up to 25. Okay, so all you have to do is just make sure that you take your time, pull in everything you want, and you can always go back and get something else later. Like I never did do this little planner down on the bottom. Okay, I didn't do that one. And I do want it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and drag that in a minute. Once this finishes doing what it's doing. Or is it done? Good. It did fast. Okay, it did pretty quickly. Okay, so now we've done all that. We'll go ahead and just click this planter, bring it over. I just have just that one highlighted. So we're going to go ahead and just export that. I want to get this picture here too. Drag that in there. Okay, sometimes you'll add things and you want to add more stuff, and it's okay. Got those planners. This planner is a little different, so I want to drag that planner in too. Okay, now go ahead and click. Shift click. You want to select them all, just those three. Okay, go ahead and export those to the same folder. Go ahead and select that folder because that's where all the others are. Okay, then send those three over also. Then take your happy self over to Cartoon Animator. You start dragging these critters in bit by bit. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Make that move. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll make that move. Alrighty then. Downloads Grandpa's room. Okay, so now we have Grandpa's living room. Drag that over there. Go ahead and open this up. Double click. SVGs. Put the background in first would be nice. Let's go ahead and put that in as a prop. That's the front background. Alrighty then. Okay, so we're not going to make any adjustments to it, so it switches over to the composer mode, which is okay. But I want to switch it back over here. Let's go ahead and line it up and drag that out. Make sure it's within this blue barrier. Okay, you can always stretch it out later more if you need to. Let's go ahead and get that open again and drag some other stuff in, bit by bit. The rear background is the front background. Got the rear background too. We're going to put that in there too. Okay. Make whatever adjustments to it that you choose. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. And this is going to go behind there. Way you can do that is you can always press it back like this. Sorry, this little button right here, push it back. This pushes it back and forward. Stop whispering. There you go. Put it back behind there. Okay. Go ahead and close that up some and line it up. Okay, once you've done that, just go ahead and grab another part. Parts is parts. I'm going to go ahead and grab the chair. Bring it as a prop. I can make whatever changes to it here if I want to. I can make it wobble, make it talk, whatever I want to do. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and bring it over. And just bring it over until you have everything in. So we're going to go ahead and speed this up. And alright, let's go ahead and get these puppies down. I'm going to use this line right now for the floor. Find out how they had that in Adobe Illustrator. Let's see what the floor looked like. Okay, so the floor is actually a block. So we need to bring a floor over too. See, that's why you keep it open. Okay, let's drag it over. Let's get us a floor. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make sure I drag the floor over, which would be nice. Put that in there too. So that's why you leave it open. That's why I leave it open. I'm going to go ahead and say asset, but we're going to call that floor. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and export that puppy over too, because you do need a floor. Let's go ahead and click that, select folder. Send it over. It took like seconds to do. Close this back out. And then we go ahead and open this back up again. Open up the file system here. And drag in some more. We do want the floor. Oh, it's probably in there. Drag the floor over as a prop. Should be nice. Just close the bone collector out. Bone editor. The Bone Collector is actually a movie with Denzel Washington. Okay, this is Bone Collector. I still say Bone Collector. Bone editor. And drag that out because we want to make sure that we have a floor. That would help. Put that behind everything. I'm going to slide that back just a tip behind the chair. Well, actually, probably need to slide the chair out. Okay. So you just play around with these things until you get everything looking good. Let's go ahead and bring the chair in front of the floor. Okay, I'm going to close that back up. Now it looks like he has a floor. Looks like everything is on the floor except for this. Okay, so you just play around with these guys until you get them looking right. Let's go ahead and bring in a table now. That'll be nice. And a window. Window. Add it all. Okay. I had like some other things I could put in there, but we're going to go ahead and get to the characterization of the nation. I do have some in my custom tab that I've created already. It's being GP over. There you go, Grandpa. Get in front of the wall. Alrighty then. Make him a little bigger. We can also switch it to the other side by clicking this button up here. Do want him there, and we're going to bring the little girl in, or a little girl in, or somebody's going to be the little girl. Let's let her be the little girl for now. Bring her forward. Oops. Bring her forward. Stretched her all out of shape. Okay, good deal. She's behind the planter. Let's go ahead and bring her forward some more. Just a little more. Okay, good deal. One in front of the planter. Okay, so now we have the little girl. We have Grandpa. We have our whole scene kind of set up here to start. And all we need to do is just add animations to it, and then lighting and that kind of, well, not lighting, animations to it. You've got your scene, you got your characters. Now you just add dialogue, is what we're looking for. You can add your dialogue to it, have them talk to each other, and animate them. Okay, show you a little bit of that. And just have Grandpa sit down. Maybe a little too high, too low. Let's have him sit a little higher. Right here is good. Okay, and go over to animations in our templates. Type in sit. Well, stand to sit. Okay, he could curtsy. I don't want him to curtsy. We'll go ahead and have him sit. Could have him fall back in the chair and go to sleep. Okay, which probably would happen. Let's go ahead and have him sit down. There we go. Move him over a little bit. Now, if we want to have him look at the little girl, look at his niece, our granddaughter. Okay, we'll go ahead and get the head turner over here. Sorry, that one, this guy right here. The face editor. So we want him to turn his head just a little bit. Like that. Okay. So he can look at her and not off in the distance. Okay, so he's looking at her. Do the same thing to her. She's looking all off in the distance. Let her turn her head this way. Talk to Grandpa. Okay, all good. Now, you can animate it like I said. And Grandpa's moving around a little bit too much. Move animation. Okay, good deal. All right, we're looking good. Okay, guys, so that's how you make a background scene. This is how you add characters to it. And moving around a little bit, this could be a starting point. And then we just go ahead and move from here. All right, thank you very much for watching. And you all have a great day. And hopefully you learned something from this. How to create a scene from scratch. All right, in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, and then move it to Cartoon Animator 5, and add it to a project, create a project, and a scene. All right, thank you very much for watching. You all have a great day. Bye bye.